when they go out, they have to have a drink. And it's not, I don't think it's right, as a pastor to be judging those people, to be calling them evil people, bad people, simply because they drink alcohol. This has to stop. This has to really stop. We have very good people. Very good people. And just because they are drinking alcohol, you have to put them into this bucket of evil people, or people who are not worthy, people who are just shameful. Why? Because they drink alcohol. What about Noah, huh? What about the story of Noah? God spared him and his entire family, because God found him to be a good man, but he was a drunk. You see what I'm saying? What about Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the Son of God, the only Son of God, the Son of Man. There is a Bible verse when Jesus says that John, John the Baptist came not drinking, not... I'm going to start by having a little sip, because this subject here, I know a lot of people gonna get triggered. But we have to talk about it. We really have to talk about it. So, one day I got invited at a church, okay? So the pastor was, preaching, and at one point he said that anyone, guys, the pastor at one point said that if anyone drinks alcohol, anyone who's an alcohol consumer. So if you consume alcohol, if you drink alcohol, you are not going to make it to heaven. So I was, where I was sitting, I was like, what? Not because I'm a heavy drinker, I don't drink alcohol like that. I can go 6 months without a single drop of alcohol, but I socially drink alcohol, okay? So let's say if I am invited to go out with, few friends or at a party, I may have a little bit of alcohol. I may have a glass of wine, or sometimes I can have a shot. You know what I mean? I'm a social drinker. I socially drink, but again, I can go 6 months without drinking. However, when the pastor said that if you drink alcohol, you are not gonna make it to heaven, I got triggered. I was like, what? I was a little bit speechless, you know what I mean? But as an African woman, okay, as an African woman, I hear this a lot. To a point, the older I'm getting, it's starting to really irritate. It's irritating me, okay? Sometimes when we go out or we go to a party, I can hear people sitting behind me, like those older women, just criticizing, maybe young ladies, having a good time and having a little bit of alcohol. And those people they don't even behave badly. They're just having a good time. And hearing people behind me just judging and criticizing because they're having alcohol. And it makes me wonder so much. And sometimes I'm like, okay, are those pastors, do they read the Bible? Because I will never get it. I will never get it. We have a lot of things that could potentially, prevent us from going into heaven. It's hard to go into heaven. Even Jesus, the Son of God, has said it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be like a camel trying to squeeze into a needle. You know what I mean? That's how hard it is to get into heaven. But to hear a pastor just saying it like blank like that, like, hey, if you drink alcohol, you are not gonna make it to heaven. What do you mean by that? Is it if you are a heavy drinker, or is it if you have just a little bit of alcohol? What's the meaning of you drinking alcohol making you a bad person? Pretty much. And in the African community especially, we hear this a lot. Okay, whenever this is what, let me tell you how Christians, us Christians, I don't know, we are just such hypocrites. And I have seen people, okay, I have seen people throwing a party, for example, and they were drinking alcohol. As soon as their pastor arrives, they go ahead and hide the alcohol. You know what I mean? So the pastor doesn't see they were having alcohol. So that makes me think, are you afraid of God, or are you afraid of your pastor? At the end of the day, your pastor is just human. He is human just like you. Guys, I'm not here to I just want to have a conversation, really. I'm trying to understand something, because I read my Bible. I do read the Bible, okay? And for me, hearing a lot of people, men of God, women of God, basically leaders, people who are called priests or pastors, just making people who drink alcohol, making them look or making them think they are such bad people simply because they drink alcohol. That's something that I will never understand. So, especially when you are telling people because you drink alcohol, you are not gonna make it to heaven. Are you God? You know what I mean? Are you God? Even God himself doesn't treat people like that, doesn't judge people like that. I mean, you know Noah, right? The story of Noah and the ark. We all know, I mean, if you are a Christian, you should know that story. Now, if you have read the story of Noah, in the Bible, it tells us that Noah was a drunk, okay? A drunk, not just someone who drank alcohol, but he was a drunk. Yet, God himself found Noah to be a righteous person. He found Noah to be a righteous. You know what I mean? Noah was a righteous. Even though he was a drunk, still God found him to be a good man. God found him to be a good person. That is God. God has the right to judge us. Really, God should be the only one to be judging us. You know what I mean? So how God himself can find someone who is a drunk, being a good person, being a good man? And how can you, a pastor, you are not God, but how can you be telling people because you drink alcohol, you are not going to make it to heaven? That hurts people. People who consume alcohol, they feel some type of a way when you hear something like that. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not, what am I trying to say? I am not saying this because I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a heavy drinker. I can't go without alcohol. I can go years without a single drop of alcohol. I don't care. However, I know people who drink alcohol, they are not drunk, but they love drinking when they go out. They have to have a drink. And I don't think it's right, as a pastor, to be judging those people, to be calling them evil people, bad people, simply because they drink alcohol. This has to stop. This has to really stop. We have very good people, and just because they are drinking alcohol, you have to put them into this bucket of evil people, or people who are not worthy, people who are just shameful. Why? Because they drink alcohol. What about Noah, huh? What about the story of Noah? God spared him and his entire family because God found him to be a good man, but he was a drunk. You see what I'm saying? What about Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the Son of God, the only Son of God, the Son of Man. There is a Bible verse when Jesus says that John, John the Baptist came not drinking, not eating, eating normally. He was only eating, I believe, locusts and honey and wild honey. So, and he didn't drink. Okay, he only had water. John the Baptist did not drink alcohol. And there is a Bible verse that Jesus talks about it. John the Baptist came as a, not drinking. However, people still gave him trouble. People still wanted him dead. And Jesus says in the Bible, the Son of Man came as a drinker, but yet people also wanted him out of this world. So when Jesus, talks about he came as a drinker, what does he mean? You think he came as a drinker of water? Everyone drinks water. So when Jesus Christ saying that he came as a drinker, yet people wanted him dead, he's referring to alcohol. Yes. Anyone who's drinking alcohol, if someone is not drinking alcohol, is not going to come and say that I am a drinker. You know what I mean? Everyone drinks water. So when Jesus Christ referring himself that he came as a drinker, yet people still didn't like him. John the Baptist did not drink. People still didn't like him. What do you think Jesus is referring to when he's saying that he came as a drinker? He's referring to water? He's referring to what? We already know that Jesus, the story of the wine, when he transformed water into wine, into a good wine. You know what I mean? So these are just few examples. I'm not trying to bash anyone. I'm just giving you examples in the Bible that even people who drink alcohol can be very good people. And God himself didn't judge them. So who are you to be judging people? And why? It's always alcohol. I don't get it. There are so many other things that people do. Gambling issues is bad. Gambling is bad. You guys don't talk about it. Abusing people is bad. We have so many pastors sexually abusing their own kids, the members of the church. You guys don't talk about it. You guys only talk about alcohol. I hear this all the time. And the people, and again, I'm not a judgmental people. I hate judging people. I try not to judge anyone. That's how I am. That's how my parents raised all of us. When people get close to my family and me, my father, my siblings, we don't judge people. It's very rare for us to judge you because we love you the way you are. Yes, it is true that having too much alcohol, having too much of anything, it's not good. We understand it. And I respect. If you don't drink, I respect. It's a beautiful thing. Because alcohol can destroy. Yes, true. So are many other things. However, you have to be respecting people. Respect people's choices. If someone drinks, and that's their way of living, but if they're not doing too much drinking, if they are not a drunk, if they're not bothering you, they're just having a good time, who are you to judge? Who are you to judge? We respect the fact that you don't drink alcohol. We respect it. Also respect the fact that other people drink alcohol. Truly, guys, this makes me sad because, again, I'm someone who I don't like judging people. And when I'm going to a party and people sitting behind me, I can hear them whispering and judging people, and a lot of, oh my gosh, as Christians, what is wrong with us? Why we love judging people so much? The other day, I was on TikTok, right? I was on my TikTok. And something that I hate about TikTok is that Sometimes you have videos just popping in front of you, people you don't even follow. You don't follow these people, yet you see their videos. Like, why? I saw this lady, just to show you how us Christians love to judge so much. I saw this lady, right? And she was saying something that I was like, wow, how can you call yourself a Christian and speak in this, talk this way, speak this way? I saw this woman saying that she was basically bashing another woman. She was, talking to another woman. I don't know who the woman was, but this is what the lady was saying. She was basically insulting a kid who had some mental illness, some mental issue. And the lady was saying to the mother, if I were you, I will kill that child. I will terminate that child, because that child is worth nothing. That child is a waste of breath here on earth. If I were you, I was going to kill that child because the child had Down syndrome or something like that. And I was looking and I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe what a Christian lady was saying to another. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I started watching that woman. I wanted to write. Then I was like, you know what? I cannot even entertain such stupidity. This woman went on speaking about a lot of stuff, saying that, yes, if you have a child like that, it's because you don't know how to pray. It's because you don't pray. You don't know how to pray. This is why you have a crazy child. This is why you have a kid with mental. So according to that lady, basically she was saying that that woman had a kid with mental issues simply because she doesn't know how to pray. And I hear this a lot, guys. Yes, this is something else that I hear, and I have to address it. I hear a lot of Christians, guys, pointing fingers at other Christians. Your child has mental issues because you have done something in your past. You have done something so badly. This is why God is punishing you. Your child has issue because you don't know how to pray. Your child has issue because you have opened up the door. Your child, hello guys, we have genetic issues too. Some people just have them in their genetics, unfortunately. How can you make a parent feel so bad because they have a kid who has mental issues, and you are pointing fingers at those parents, saying that they don't know how to pray or they have done something bad in the past? This is why God is punishing them. What God? What God? Wait a minute. Let's talk about this. What about the kids, kids of those evil leaders, people that we know who are, who practice dictatorship, for example. We know a lot of people in the gangs, gangsters, people in the gang, killing people every day, torturing people every day. We have presidents, especially in Africa, we have a lot of dictators, bad people that we know they kill. We can see it. Yet they have beautiful kids without any mental issues. So what are you telling me? They are bad people, yet they have kids without any issues. So what are you telling me? So if that was the case, why those people be belonging in the gangs, those gangsters? You know what I mean? Those gangsters, those evil presidents boiling people alive, putting people in acid, people that we know who are extremely evil, and we can see their evilness. We can see it. Why isn't God punishing them? Why isn't God giving them crazy Down syndrome kids, autistic kids, kids who don't, basically broken kids? Why is God giving them perfect kids? So you mean to tell me that any parent who has a kid who has a mental issue is because that parent was not a good parent? Or that parent deserves it? Or that parent has done something in the past? So some good people that we know, some people are nice, some people are good, and we can see it. Yet, they have kids with issues. So what are you telling me? Stop judging people, guys. Sometimes you judge not even realizing, but you are judging a lot, and God is not happy about it. It is not. I have met a lady one day. She was crying because her pastor made her believe the reason why she has a kid with multiple mental issues because she's cursed. She's cursed, and this is why God has given her a kid with so much mental issues. You are making this parent feel so bad because you believe that she is being punished. Go talk to the gang members who are having perfectly fine kids. You know, sometimes you forget about things. You know, Job in the Bible. I think that's how you pronounce Job. The man that Satan went to talk to God because Job was such a good man. He was such a, I can say perfect man. He was so good to God. He trusted God. He loved God with all his heart and soul. He loved God. And he praised him so much. And Satan didn't like it. He didn't like it, and he told God, if I gave him this and that, he's not going to love you anymore. And bad things started happening to Job. So, people could have said that Job is cursed. People could have said that Job is cursed. But why did bad things happen to a good man? Do you see my point? I don't know if you're trying to understand what I'm saying. Are you understanding my point? Very bad stuff happened to a good man of God. Yet, at the end of it, God blessed him. Sometimes God gives his special children a load that only he knows those kids will be carrying. They will know how to carry this burden. Sometimes God chooses his special kids. You don't know it. Maybe those parents with kids kids that have Down syndrome, autism, mental issues, all of those problems, you don't know if they are special to God. You don't know that. Maybe God knows why he has chosen those people to carry the burden that you cannot carry, but they can. You can't. And if you have such perfect kids, enjoy your kids. Why are you so busy looking at other people's imperfect kids? Yours are so perfect. Enjoy them. Enjoy your kids. They're so perfect. Leave us with imperfect kids since you think your kids are so perfect. Stop making parents believe they are such bad parents. They are under a curse because you believe your kids are so perfect and other kids aren't. Enjoy yours. Get busy and enjoy your kids. It's only Christians. You don't see that with many other religions. It's always Christians who love to judge, love to point fingers at others. Basically, committing sins without even knowing it because you are so busy just pointing fingers. You don't even know what will be your tomorrow. You do not know what will be your tomorrow. You don't know if something may happen to your kids. I wish not. I want everyone to be happy, everyone to be good. But sometimes we jinx ourselves without knowing it. You want to point fingers so much. You want to blame parents, but you don't know what will happen to your kids tomorrow. You don't know your grandkids. You don't even have them yet. You don't know who they will be. Sometimes you're going to jinx yourself and you're going to be in those people's shoes so you can understand what they go through on a daily basis. My lovely Christians, please take a few steps back before you point fingers at your brother, your sister. Just think about it first. Think about it. Think it to yourself. Am I judging? Stop judging so much. Sometimes try to understand first. What if I put myself in this woman's shoes? What if I put myself in this man's shoes? Maybe I am going to understand what they're going through. You are judging so much and it's irritating me. The woman that I am today, when I used to be much younger, I would tolerate it. But the more I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser, I'm afraid one day I am going to snap. I am just one day when I go to one of the parties that we go to, and I can hear someone behind me gossiping and talking so much crap about a young lady just enjoying herself by having a little drink, not behaving in a badly way. I'ma say something. I think I am going to say something because I've had it. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Some people come and talk to you that, oh, I only dance to gospel music, which is fine. That is your choice. It's beautiful. But don't make others feel so bad because they can dance to non-gospel music. And when you check those people's lives, really, when you go deep into those people who love to judge others, when you look into their lives, they are not even close to be perfect. They are doing the same things that they want to blame others. They are doing it. Clean your own house first before you see dust in someone else's house. Clean yours. You are not so perfect. You are not. Judging the way people dress, judging the way people drink, judging the way people dance. What is all that? Some people have husbands that on TikTok day and night they dance to non-gospel music, flexing, showing off their outfits, Gucci's, the fake Gucci's anyways, fake ones too, showing off. They don't want to judge their own husbands, but they want to come to you and trying to say that, oh, why I only dance to gospel music? Why you don't put gospel music? But they can't even say to their husbands, who is day and night dancing to non-gospel music. They don't want to talk to them, but they want to come and talk to you. What is this? What is this? It is unbelievable to me, the judgments. Why do Christians love to judge so much? Some Christians think they are just better than anyone. Some Christians think that when you die young, it's because you have committing a sin. That's why you are dying young. My goodness. What about babies, huh? What about a babies who hasn't even committed a sin yet? We know Jesus even said, let the kids come to me. They are so innocent. Let the kids come to me because they are so innocent. Kids are innocent. We see kids dying, don't we? Don't we see kids dying? How can you be a pastor and when someone dies, it's because you basically you are even judging someone who's already dead. You're judging them. They are dead. You're still judging them. Yeah, we have to change our ways. You see how this person died so young. This is why he even said, that's what pastor says. He even says on the Bible that, I know how to say this term in French. Le salaire du péché, c'est la mort. Basically, the gift of sin is death. Okay? So you basically, it's written in the Bible that because we die because we sin. Yeah, that's because we're all going to die one day. That's what the Bible means. That we're all going to pass one day. No one's not going to die. We're all going to die eventually. So this is what the Bible is referring to. It's not because someone died so young. It's because they have lived such a bad life. No. Again, let me go back to those. What about those gangsters? Gangsters that kill people every day in the most horrific ways. Our dictators in Africa, our dictators, presidents who practice dictatorship, yet those people are living such a long life, such a long, happy life. 70 years old, 80 years old, still standing. Why they're not dying, huh? Why aren't they dying? But someone who's a kid who hasn't done anything, I see a lot of kids with cancer. Those kids don't deserve to die. At the end of the day, We are all going to be judged individually. I am not going to be judged with my child. So it's my sin cannot be my child's sin. My sin is my sin. It's not my child's sin. I am not going to be judged with my child. I am going to be judged alone by God, not a pastor. I refuse to be judged by a pastor. Preach, yes. Preach. We love when people preach. When you're preaching something good, it's a beautiful thing. But what I'm against is the judgments. It's too much judgments. You want to judge so much. But before you judge next time, just think about, if you happen to hear my video, next time you want to judge someone because they're having a little drink, you don't know what they have been through the night before. You don't know if they have prayed all night long and the next day they just wanted a little drink. That's their way of relaxing. Stop judging them. Sleeping around is a sin, a big sin. It's written in the Bible too. You sleep around, it's fine. You don't think it's a sin because you're a man. But when someone is drinking alcohol, it's a big sin. You have a gambling issue. You don't think it's a sin. You flex. You always dress up flexing, showing off Gucci's and Dolce & Gabbanas, all those things. Yet we have so many people suffering in the world. Look, there are so many things that I could be judging y'all about, but I'm not going to do it because that's not me. I do not judge. I stay away from judging people because I respect everyone's way. I respect it. If you don't drink alcohol, I respect it. It's a beautiful thing. You don't smoke, I respect. And why do pastors don't really talk about smoking anyways? I hear a lot of just alcohol. What about cigarettes, huh? Talk about cigarettes too. It's bad. It is bad too. We have a lot of bad things. Gossiping is bad. Gossiping is very bad. Okay? So don't focus so much on alcohol alone. Focus in a lot of other issues. Don't single out alcohol. Okay? Don't single out alcohol. We have very good people. We have a lot of good people. Don't put them away. Don't put them aside simply because they drink alcohol. It makes them bad people. Makes you judge them so much. That's not nice. Don't you think? Okay. Remember those Bible verses about Noah. He was a drunk. Yes. Noah was a drunk, yet God loved him. He was a good man. Don't forget about that. Okay? Anywho, I am done for today. My ears are tired of hearing that. I don't want to hear. If you see me at the next party and you want to criticize people who are having a good time, don't do it next because I might turn around and be like, you know what, just shut it. Shut it. Okay? It's too much. Anyways. Okay? Before I go, I'm going to show you a little clip of Chicken Wang Wang. Okay? So this is a chicken place. They have nice yummy chicken. Oh my goodness, so good. So I'm going to show you a few pictures, few videos. The next time you come to an event, you are going to mention that you have seen my video and you are going to get a 10% off. Okay? You are going to get a 10% off your meal. The next time we have an event, I'm going to let you know. Check me out on my Facebook. It's Ladimbungu. That's my Facebook. So I don't post daily, okay? I don't do that. I just don't do it. But I do post often. And when the next time we have Chicken Wang Wangs has an event, I am going to post it. And when you show up for the yummy chicken, you are going to get a 10% discount. Just mention that you have seen my video, okay? Just mention Ladimbungu YouTube and you are going to get a discount, okay? And you already know my hair, okay? Even though I was in a rush today, so I didn't even put it right. I didn't put my wig right. I'm sorry, I'm a little... Today, I know I can't really get my words right the way I wanted to because I'm just exhausted, I'm tired, I'm irritated about the judgments. So it's not to me personally, but it's just to people that I know and I hear a lot, you know, the judgments, and I'm sick of it. Okay, so I'm a little bit irritated. I cannot get my words right sometimes, but I think you got it. I think you did get what I was trying to say. Okay, so again, the wig knock, my hair, always hair care, your wig care. Okay, all of your wig cares. If you want braids, anything about hair, beautiful wigs, always check out the wig knock, especially if you are in Vegas. Okay, so I will talk to you next time. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Stop judging people, please. Stop it. Okay, bye.